If you've been waiting on an update on this one for the past month, you'd be happy to know that Rensport, which has been one of the most realistic racing sims released recently or revealed recently, is now out on a beta, but it's a rather tricky recommendation. However, even though we're still waiting on its official release, just keep in mind this is a lot inspired by the R Factor 2, but then using Unreal Engine 5, and offers a rather just decent or manageable controls. The full game though is set to be coming out sometime next year. Originally slated for release September this year, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is now set for release on PCs, Switch, and other consoles as well into both generations early to mid next year. It's no longer going to be released in 2023, and this in case you're just unfamiliar with an open world driving racing sim from a series of games that go back to more than 25 years ago and now taking place in Hong Kong, actually built on a one-on-one scale of the city itself. So just keep it in mind for now.
So much to make it here, I came too far for this. They was sleeping, I was up in training, going on for this. Elevate my confidence, the best, and that's no argument. Competition ain't no threat when I step to it. Not to mention for the checks, I just do it. Push myself to limits unimaginable. Average fucking numbers don't come overnight. You get there, staying gradual.
Sitting on Steam through a demo, at number 3 we have a Japanese Drift Master, which has been one of the most praised racing sim games of 2023 so far into the year, offering legitimately the most detailed I've seen for a while from a small developer that's also an open world game in scale. JDF and Short over here has a day and night cycle with a shifting system most towns in Japan on a one-on-one scale and the smoothest mechanics out there right now. Full game set to be coming out sometime next year. Coming up behind that, we've got Le Mans Ultimate. This is a rather quick mention over here. We have 15 seconds of trailer. It's a passion project and the new work of the decent developers of the R Factor 2 that we mentioned earlier. Their new game over here is touted as an ever-evolving story set on the backdrop of the official VIA World Endurance Championship and, the 24 Hours of Le Mans. That's it, the game's going to be coming out fully February 20th next year. Rift to Vortex, on the other hand, is at the moment sitting on Steam through a demo, a free one, and an early access version for about $20. It is regarded, however, never since August, when it was due, as a rather mediocre first-person racing game. The game's main focus has been this to make you feel as much as it's possible like you are driving and racing a car yourself. Anyway, the full game with much better controls and even controller support is coming out by the end of the year over here. A release date for this one still is yet to be announced. However, if you've been waiting on a good 80s to 90s inspired classic arcade racer, we've actually got here from a very good developer in town an Unreal Engine 5 passion project of a retro but then modern made sim game called Overjump Rally. This one here's a trailer. It's said to be coming out to PCs initially, then consoles whenever it releases.
Behind all great discoveries lies a journey.
Saber Interactive and Focus Home just announced, basically re-revealed, their Expedition sequel, a Mud Runner game. For those of you who missed it, it's an adventure exploration style teleportation sim and racing game in a way, from the same creators of the Mud Runner and Snow Runner. Their new game over here is coming to PCs in both generation of consoles early to mid next year, and this is how it'll eventually really look. Coming up at number 8, we have Recreation. This is another open world racing game from the same old veterans who previously worked on Burnout games and also Need for Speed. Recreation, you see, was last resurfaced at the THQ Nordic Showcase, where it was described as an arcade racing game in a 400 square kilometer world, open world. This game is going to be coming to PCs and all consoles by the end of the year, Switch included, if not early next year. Coming at number 9, we have Parcel Corpse, a game I've actually been waiting to mention for a whole month. Here's probably the right time. This is the action-adventure open-world freelance, just bicycle messenger game, where it's about 3 bicycle courier corporations and all are trying to become the biggest, most profitable in town. And you're working for one of them. This game is coming to all consoles. It's not a racing game, but it's got racing components, and it's going to be early to mid 2024. And last but not least, Nacon finally came out with a new trailer on TT Isle of Man, right of the Edge 3's new DLC, Races Roster, which is bringing content from the 2022 Tourist Trophy and offering more famous bikes around the world and some new locations. Here's a trailer. This thing was released just days ago. The DLC is now out on all platforms as of today. And here's how it looks.